I'm going to be focusing on No Man's Sky because, as I'm sure you're all aware, the next update released at the tail end of July, and this update essentially fixed up the game to reflect what it was originally intended, what was featured in the pre-release trailers 2 years ago. Hello Games screwed up with No Man's Sky. Overambitious as they were, marketing for the game proved largely false. If I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, I'd like to think, and I do kind of believe, that the development team never intended to release the game in the state it was in, that their hearts were in the right place. Whether budget, technical limitations, or scheduling got in the way. But then, it's impossible to deny that Sean Murray outright lied in several interviews too. At any rate, the game that was shown was not the game players got, and hasn't been for 2 years, until now. Conflicting, isn't it? Released unfinished with false marketing, yet fixed up nonetheless over the course of 2 years. In these times of release now, patch later, I can't comfortably say that I'd forgive Hello Games, but it would be unfair to deny the attempt to do right by their players. They didn't take the money and run, they stayed and worked to fix their mistakes, and that's worth praising if nothing else. But what about the game itself? Well, it's good now. The core ideas have finally been implemented and fleshed out to a point where you can really feel like you're embarking on an adventure across the universe. Travelling through space, finding a planet, landing, exploring, finding new creatures, plants and landscapes before getting back into your ship and flying back into space with no loading at all. And that lack of loading is important because it really sells the experience. Nothing gets in the way and makes the universe feel so much more real, for lack of a better word. Plus, what is debatably the best and most wanted feature, co-op. So grab a friend, embark, and travel across space together in what is now quite a terrific experience. While production wraps up on the much anticipated third installment, Shenmue and Shenmue 2 are getting a physical release on Xbox One. This series is so dear to a lot of people, and though I never got a chance to play either, I have become aware of the technological boundaries that Shenmue pushed, especially considering that it was the most expensive game ever made up until that point. Not only that, but the rich open world, populated with distinct characters, and taking a break from avenging your recently murdered father to save a cat out of a tree. Shenmue has a cult following for a reason, and now Xbox One owners can also become part of that following. Originally funded by Kickstarter before actually being acquired by Gearbox, We Happy Few released this August. I've had my eye on this game since its announcement. Set in an alternate timeline in which Germany establishes the Second German Empire in Britain following the end of World War II. We can't just let it go, can we? The art style is the first thing that grabbed everybody's attention, myself included. The decaying 60s setting and those painted smiles are so distinctive. We Happy Few has you stealthing around a small German-British, I suppose, town whose inhabitants are controlled by joy, a drug used to manipulate the masses to ensure that everyone is perfectly happy and well and everything's fine, just terrific, tally-ho. Don't get caught though, because if anyone notices that you haven't been taking your joy, well, we can't have that now, can we? And it's just such a terrific premise and world.
Oh, bloody hell, he's made us late for Simon Says.
So, fans of stealth can avoid getting spotted around Wellington Wells, those who are excited for Shenmue 3 can now finally relive the classics, and those who got burned out by No Man's Sky all those years ago now actually get the game they always wanted. If you're buying or selling, whether that be films, games, tech or phones, don't forget to check out the website at webuy.com.